Medibank Chief Executive Craig Drummo says the private health insurer is disappointed that the competition watchdog is appealing a court case that it lost against Medibank earlier this year, in which it alleged the company engaged in misconduct by keeping its members in the dark over new limits on benefits for in-hospital blood tests and scans. The ACCC lost its federal court case against Medibank in late August. It alleged Medibank failed to give notice to members about its decision to limit benefits paid for in-hospital pathology and radiology services, and that the company was attempting to prop up its earnings in order to maximize value ahead of a listing on the stock exchange. But Federal Court Justice O'Callaghan dismissed all allegations and ordered the ACCC to pay Medibank's court costs. At the time, ACCC Chairman Rod Sims said the watchdog was considering an appeal. The ACCC believes that consumers have a right to be informed in advance of important changes to their private health insurance cover. Addressing the company's annual general meeting in Melbourne on Monday afternoon, Mr. Drummo said, "We were somewhat disappointed that the ACCC has appealed that decision. But, to be clear, we defended the decision because we believe that we have not done anything wrong." Nevertheless, Mr. Drummo said the company had increased transparency for its members. It was working with digital health platform HealthShare to allow customers and GPS get better information about specialists who have participated in Medibank's gap cover arrangements in a bid to reduce out-of-pocket costs. Medibank was also using the HiCaps digital service, designed for patients to book, get a quote, claim and pay from their smartphone. "We understand the importance of transparency and getting more information to our members around their cover, what they're covered for. Do we need to do more? Absolutely. There's a commitment to continue with that transparency agenda," he said. While affordability in our sector remains a significant concern, the insurer had over the year paid $5.2 billion in benefits to its customers, and supported them through 1.3 million hospital admissions, 500,000 surgical procedures, and about 23.5 million extra services. Executive pay, environmental issues, corporate ethics, and gambling are among those that company executives have had to front when facing fiery shareholders at annual general meetings. Mr. Drummo, a former National Australia Bank executive, earns a base salary of $1.5 million, but with incentives that could net him about $2.5 million this year. While the majority of shareholders voted in favor of the remuneration report, some who fronted the meeting on Monday expressed concern about short and long-term incentives on top of what is generous base pay. Other companies have moved to cut short-term incentives. For instance, Commonwealth Bank's top management, including Chief Executive Ian Narev, will not receive a short-term bonus this year, as a result of the bank's alleged mass breaches of anti-money laundering laws. Medibank Director Linda Nichols defended the incentives, saying they were a feature of executive remuneration in the 21st century and that they would continue as they were a critical component of hiring and maintaining high-caliber staff.